Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? It is Tuesday, the 15th of June. This is Toys and Comics Talk with Collecting Chaos and Patrick Murphy. Tonight, it is all about this guy right here. It is all about. We're going to go. It's all Batman talk. Thanks for coming. We're just going to get started here, guys. First, I'll bring on the two for the panel. You know him as Mr. Collecting Chaos and Patrick Murphy. How you doing, fellas? Good to see you. What's going on? Hello.
That one's for Patrick.
That's right. It's the bat signal. Is it the bat signal? The bat signal.
That's just my calling card.
Yeah. So we got some.
I'm Batman. I'm Chaos.
Right. That'll be something funny. Like, guys, I'm taking down my notes of all the different decades of the Dark Knight and Batman. It's like the voice of Batman is such a thing to talk about too.
Yeah.
You know,
and of course his iconic foe is important too.
Right.
But we won't go into what embarrassed Patrick. I won't talk about that.
I
will let Kim bring that up if he likes.
Have what? I didn't catch that. Have somebody bring that up.
Yeah, I'll let Patrick bring it up.
We can bring it up later. Let's not dive too far into that quite yet.
Yeah, no, it's so yeah, I have a whole bunch of toys that I pulled that we could show. I have some giveaways that I'll be doing. Some goodies for the folks that are watching out there. Some usual suspects in the crowd. Hello, Celestine Lyons, good to see you. We got Mr. Darth Gojira, good to see you, buddy. Joker Jack, the name says it all. Mr. Batman's nemesis right there, Joker.
That box over my shoulder, that came from Darth. I haven't opened it yet. I got it today. I'm only saying that so he knows that I did receive it.
Okay. So you got a box from
got a box from Darth.
No
Darth. Idea what's in it. I forgot what I got from him.
I'm waiting on one more box I got my little signed Hellboy from Darth. That was awesome, like a week or so ago. But and then Perla, hi Perla, is precious. Good to see you. So yeah, I mean, I went on. I know it by heart. It's Detective Comics 27. I had to go for the date, 1939. Gil Kane, first issue of Batman.
Bob Kane.
Sorry, Bob Kane. And you know, the reaction, I guess, was chaos as I read, you know, reaction to a different type of hero after Superman, right? They wanted to create something a little bit different in that genre. So, you know, Superman has his own, was an alien, right? So then they wanted to create more of a hero that was just a regular human guy, and Bruce Wayne, like, I guess that not the everyman, right?
Like a human guy,
right? You know,
what's your superpower? I'm rich.
Right.
I have money.
And that's been so funny in all the movies, right? So I remember there was one where
actually that is from I think Batman Justice League, not the Snyder cut, but the original one they were released, which was not the original, the reworked one. The best line in the whole movie is, "What's your superpower? I'm rich."
Wasn't there the bad George Clooney movie where he has like the black like Batman Amex card or whatever? Like, I can afford it.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
I've tried so hard to forget those later Batman movies
with the black eyeliner, you know. Yeah.
Well, that part kind of made sense because you want to darken, because you want the recessed areas darkened to the point where they can't see it.
I mean, I did.
But more importantly is you darken the highlights.
Right, in your eye. Gravity Goods, what's up, Cameron? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming. Yeah, this is the bat signal tonight, right?
No, it's the pat signal.
The pat. That's right.
The pat signal. That's right. Because
That's better.
my thing is always throw the horns in the chat for so and so. So that's just called it kind of my staple, my calling card, if you will.
Yes.
It's better than
the pat
other
signal.
It's better than other finger gestures. So why not? Right?
Point.
We'll take it. Yeah. The worst hero movie ever. Joker said the MasterCard that never runs out. Yeah. But so Detective Comics, and again, there's you have that gap between 1939 comics, everything that happened, and I kind of I gotta go into like the Batman TV show, but there's such a gap there. Obviously, in comics,
No, there was. You got to remember that aside from the Batman, there was also Batman serials in the 40s.
Right.
So it doesn't just have a big long gap. There was a lot of stuff going on.
So I pulled this figure for the original Batman, and I'll show him here. This was kind of a throwback figure that is kind of in that Mego style, but this is a throwback to that original Detective Comics Batman. So you see he's got almost just a different type of look, very basic with the cape and kind of
now is that you said that's a Mego, so it is a plastic body with clothes on? This is
a almost like
a plush.
He's got it's by Hasbro. I think that this was similar to the ones that one that Dina won, the Falcon, famous covers, that kind of style. This is very similar in the DC style. It's just
so like the early 8-inch Megos.
Correct. His boots come off. He's got the full leotard, but he's that original, style of that first Batman, basically. So that's why I pulled him out for just to show. And if I think it's I don't have an image Chaos. He's kind of coming off the light post, right? That's that original first image of him. So here he is. So just that we're starting from the very, very beginning. Here's your classic, the Batman, right? So there he is. And they had all kinds of other toys. I have this one here I can show real quick. I think I showed this previous. So this is another toy. This is a 1960s bicycle buddy. So this was this would have come with a post and gone on a kid's bicycle right in the front. So you get
it goes on a little place just between the handlebars.
Right. So you have that, and so again, similar. You have a bit of a different sculpt to the head, right? Which kind of leads us into one of our favorites, which is again the classic, Adam West television show, Na Batman. I remember that as a little kid. So here. Pulled them out of the display case. So again, here's your early 70s Mego Type 2 Batman with the belt and all that. So pulled him out, and then I pulled out Robin as well. So
Batman without Robin is just
there you go.
It's not right.
We'll be doing a whole Mego show, but I grabbed these out of the display case to show you guys. So then, and these are, I remember watching the show, and my brother had these, and he wouldn't let me play with them, and I just had to go get them later. So here they are. So yeah.
I remember watching the show too.
Right.
But I don't remember it in reruns. I remember it when it was original.
I was about ready to say you probably watched it during its first run, good sir.
Yes. It came on 2 nights a week, and in between nights. So I think it was on Tuesday and Thursday, and Wednesday had the Green Hornet on.
Yeah.
So
Green Hornet.
Kind of to the.
Yeah, man. Very close. Look at the head sculpt. Very close. Yep.
They're throwback figures.
Yep. Throwback. Very cool.
I don't have one of those. But then I'm not really a Batman collector, so
I know you're Soups. It says he your number one Superman, right?
I've got tubs full of Superman collectibles.
I gotcha. Yeah, so again, just we're going now. We're into like the 70s. You know, you have the 70s Batman, and we'll do a whole Mego show. Like I have the Bat Cave. I have a lot of other things to show for that. But yeah, Patrick, what do you got? Sure.
All right, so since we're on the 60s here, so this is a pretty cool little pack. It has all the classic characters.
Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
And is that
with classic Batmobile?
Mezits? What's the maker of that, Patrick?
Mezits.
Got you.
Yep.
Seeing the Batmobile on the picture makes me wonder. Can any of you tell me when the first appearance of the Batmobile was?
I cannot, good sir.
No.
You can't.
We're fired.
I'll make it easy for you. The Batmobile has appeared in every iteration of the Batman.
Okay.
Wow.
Starting with Detective 27.
Okay. Wow.
The first appearance of the Batmobile is the same as the first appearance of Batman.
There you go. Ooh, there's a medals. That's cool.
But that's everybody's Batmobile right there.
And you got the Chuck Barris version. That's my favorite version right there.
I think it's everybody's favorite.
Yeah, I mean, so cool.
And I have a little die cast of that, but I couldn't find it.
I have it. Yeah, I have them.
It does have Robin, and I don't know if the camera will pick him up or not.
Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah, but Robin is in there. And then one more from this era that we're in. Now, you can't talk about the 60s Batman. I mean, as iconic as Adam West and Burt Ward were, there is one particular villain that stands out.
Meow.
Meow, baby, that's right.
Oh,
yeah. You got the Julie Newmar version, too.
Julie Newmar.
My second favorite Catwoman. And the only reason she's my second favorite is Eartha Kitt just oozed Catwoman.
Yeah, she was great. So yeah,
I don't know that they ever made a statuette or a bust of her.
Oh, they probably did.
I grabbed this one from the show, just from the early Batman, and he's kind of fun. He's at the Joker, and he's like the surfing version. Remember when they were like on the beach?
Right.
So he's got his. I thought this was just an hilarious figure. I was like, the level of detail. I mean, it does look. Was Cesar Milan or whatever?
Cesar Romero.
Romero, yeah. And he's got his swimming trunks on, and it's some of the. I have a few Joker figures that I'll share once we get there, but yeah, Joker's a lot of fun.
He was an interesting iteration of the Joker.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember he didn't want to ever shave his mustache, so they just like painted over it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, in that classic Frank Gorshin as the Riddler was kind of.
Frank Gorshin is my favorite Riddler.
He was great. He was definitely great as the Riddler. So yeah, so we're still in that. Yeah, Adam West, doing the Batman TV show. And then we had another big gap, right? So we had what we did have the comic books, I think, in the 80s.
Oh yeah,
Frank Miller, the Dark Knight, really. Oh, do you have something before that?
Well, I was gonna say
your shirt.
Yeah, no. I don't think we're quite there because there wasn't like maybe live action. You got to remember, Super Friends, Super Powers was still going on between the 60s and the yeah, exactly. That was still going on.
I don't have the cape, but I have the figure.
Right.
This is the actual Superpowers figure, but it doesn't have the cape.
Yeah,
That is cool.
I have the. I was gonna show. I have the superpower. Yeah. So now we're in the 80s. He's holding. Go ahead, Chaos. Show that. The superpowers.
And it's a little more rubbery than we're used to action figures being.
Right.
You could actually bend the feet slightly. Where now, if you try to do that, it breaks.
So yeah, we're just wow, a lot more folks jumped into the chat here. Hello, hi, LS Save here first. Cap Guy, what's up, buddy? Hey, Jason, what's up, Jason from the comic group? Good to see you. Pearl Nini's here. Some other folks. We're nerding out on some Batman stuff tonight, guys. We're going through.
I have a Robin figure, but this is the Toy Biz Robin figure. But it's basically the same, except it's a different type of plastic, and it was made later. And
Aaron Proctor in the house.
Yeah,
good to see
that
you.
is karate chop action that doesn't work. That never did work. Not for me.
So you got a defect?
Yeah, it was always like that.
You know, I remember buying a toy once, and I wasn't happy with the looseness of the figure, and I actually remember returning it to Toys R Us being like, hey, this came out of the package like this. This is a problem.
It's loose.
Yeah.
And this is the Superpowers Joker.
Yep.
So I had a couple of figures to add to the mix today.
So I grabbed a couple different Batmobile. Since we're on Superpowers, I grabbed the Superpowers Batmobile.
Oh, that is way cool. That is
very cool. You know, if you guys see this out in the wild.
I was just getting ready to say that. Yes, sir.
You know,
do not pass it up. Even if it's broken, do not pass it up.
I got these out of flea market. There's cracks to the windshield. Normally, a lot of times these are completely gone when you find them. So, and it has this, I won't really do it. The front has like a batter ram in the front and does different things. But when you get the, and it looks exactly like they had it on the show. I mean, it really, really does. So,
and I mean, the Super Friends, I mean, it bled over what, 2-3 decades. I mean, and they did a lot of repeats, but they were still making new episodes in the 80s,
right,
of the Super Friends.
Well, then they did like when they had the like. It was like the kid and the boy and then the Wonder Dog. There was that add-on too. Like they kept adding on.
Right.
And of course, there was a lot of strange figures that came out in the 70s for Batman, like the Migo Bendy figure. This one is so well loved that it deserves to be shown again.
Oh yeah, I do. Here we go. That guy's great. Yeah, Bendy.
Let me try something
here. There you go.
Hey, that's
He's cool. He's just lost some paint. He's all right. Bendy figures are great.
Yeah.
The Wonder Twins. That's right. Zan and Jaina, form of water, shape of. Yeah. So. Yeah. So we.
Oh, by the way, when you're doing the two on the side and the one big one, you can drag somebody over to the big one.
Oh, okay. Just switch them over.
So yeah, I have the Joker's Super Friends that Chaos just showed there, and I do got the little.
You got the hammer though.
I do. Unfortunately, my superpower Batman no longer works. He's in rough shape, and I don't know where his cape is. But yeah, I never actually had Robin. I mean, I have Robin figures, and
like I said, the one I showed was Toy Biz, but it's identical to the earlier one.
You know, it's crazy. The Batmobile, the Superpowers Batmobile, I took it out of the box that it was in, and Robin was sitting in it. I'm like, wow, something's wrong with Robin. And I took him out, and he literally just fell into pieces in my
Oh my goodness,
Robin
no!
Robin just disintegrated in my hand. I was like, no.
No.
It's plastic. I don't know what happened. Humidity.
It deteriorates over
Yeah,
time.
it is what it is, you know.
It can be repaired if you still
Yeah,
have
I
it.
kept all the I can probably get them to go back together, but it's all good. So yeah, so you know, we're at like 20 minutes. We're not even halfway through all the stuff. You know, Super Friends, Justice League, you know, Patrick lives right by, you know,
The
the
Great Hall of
Justice.
Justice. Yes, yes, it is. So, for those that do not know,
I
all
have
right,
every intention of doing a road trip to Cincinnati just to see that.
Hey, look
you
at
better let
that.
me know. You better let me know. In fact, I might have to. There was one thing I should have brought in that I did not. I might have to see if somebody will bring that in for me. But the one thing that Cincinnati does have going for it, and it doesn't have much, there is a building in Cincinnati called the Union Terminal Center. Now, it is an old train station built, I want to say in the 30s, 40s, somewhere around there. It was a big destination for World War II, coming and going. Over the years, it'd been sold. They deconstructed most of the train cars. There is still one train that goes out of it, but the thing about this particular building is, if you look at it, and then if you look at from the Super Friends, the Hall of Justice, that building, the Union Terminal Center here in Cincinnati, is indeed the basis of the Hall of Justice. And you can go to the wiki and read it. And basically, one of the animators, whether he lived here or he was visiting here, he saw it and he took it. He worked for Hanna-Barbera Studios, and he took that back and he put it down, and that has now become one of the most iconic headquarters in the DC universe. It was always in the run of the Super Friends. It was always in the opening somewhere, or they started off in the Great Hall. It was the headquarters. So, in fact, I think you, sir, have got something to add to that. I know you do. I know it's behind you somewhere. It's right above your head.
Your face is saying it.
No, there's a TV. What are you talking about?
What's that yellow thing that's above?
You want to see it? Here we go. All right. Everybody
And-
likes this thing. And you know what's really funny about this? And everybody loves it, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I do, but it's. I was practically given this at a flea market, you know. So you want to go visit Patrick, you can take a picture. Now it doesn't have these things on the corners, but it's fairly close.
Hey, I'm pretty good with Photoshop. I can add that.
That's right.
You know,
just put that right on there.
Speaking of which, in the CW, and I know I'm fast forwarding a little bit. In the CW that's currently in its run, in the Flash, they use it as Star Labs, and then when they did the big crossover, they didn't do a crossover last year, but year before last, Infinite Crisis on Infinite or whatever. The last shot was a photoshopped Union Terminal Center as the Hall of Justice.
Yeah, and I think that's what a cool. I mean, obviously you've shared your picture with your girlfriend Patrick, and that's so awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want to take a picture? I would want to go, just like Chaos said, like obviously come and hang out with you, but be like, let's go take a photo, let's go down there.
Oh yeah,
like,
I mean, it's an awesome backdrop. I mean, if you're a DC fan of, you know, Batman, Superman, anything, and you remember Super Friends, it doesn't get better backdrop than that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I kind of I've been to a lot of landmarks, and that's definitely one. Yeah, I would love to check that out, just for what it is. I mean,
I'm so kind of surprised that Warner Brothers and AT&T or whoever owns them now hasn't tried to buy that building.
It's interesting because back in I want to say 2012, um, it's changed hands. The history of it. I mean, I could do an entire show of the history of just that particular building, and there are documentaries out there if you want to go and read it. At one time, it was a mall. They actually put retail malls in the building, and I mean, it'd been sold so many times, and then they were thinking about demolishing it. Okay. And we're talking as recent as within the past 10 years, there was plans to demolish it. So, because right now it's actually home to the Cincinnati Museum Center. Okay. Each wing is a different part of the museum, and then they got the underneath and stuff of that nature where the Batmobile hangs out. So I think my girlfriend keeps telling me, assures me it's not there, but I know it's there. I know Wonder Woman's invisible jet is parked out back.
Oh, absolutely. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. It's invisible.
Exactly.
Patrick went for a smoke and was like, "Boof!" Like, oh,
yeah. But no, there was a big initiative to save the. In fact, one of the shirts that I first wore when I came, I don't know, I'm all around, but I wore my my museum shirt. The Meanwhile at the Great Hall of Justice. That was one of the things that they were selling merch to help raise money. So they raised so much since the city of Cincinnati, they pitched in because again, it's like you can't, but kind of lean back to what led me down this path is I don't understand why they haven't bought it. I mean, but I'm not Hollywood, so.
Yeah, I don't, it's one of the, to me, I don't like, yeah, it's just an iconic, it's like the Munsters mansion, right? It's just that, like, it's iconic.
And it doesn't actually exist. It exists, but not in the form that you saw.
Right.
Well, didn't they like move the Michael Myers house from its location to a different lot?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that you're going to move that thing. Believe you me.
Yeah, it's like the is it the Christmas Story? I think they charge big bucks. You could go and stay in the house from A Christmas Story, around the holidays, and
right.
But I think that even like fizzled off, or
even uncomic related. There has been movie crews that's come in and used like certain areas of that building because of the Art Deco style. I mean, and they restored they did so much restoration to it. I mean, it's really awesome. So if you do get a chance, come out to Cincinnati. A, let me know, but B, make it one of your stops while you're here at the Great Hall of Justice.
Chaos. It's a lot farther for you. If you go, I'll go. So. I would.
We just all get together at the same time.
Yeah, I would totally. I mean, I've been to.
I can see it now. The Monday morning show featuring
on location. Right.
Now, let me go back a little bit. We're going to go back to the 1970. I'm in the audiovisual room of the high school that I went to, talking with some friends of mine because we had 1 hour each day that we would spend in there. And we were talking about Batman. Well, if they ever made a Batman movie, a serious Batman movie, who would play the Joker? And they came up with a whole bunch of names, and I looked at them and I said, Jack Nicholson. And they all went, oh, that would be awesome, but he would never do it.
Wow.
Which is a nice segue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here, Superman, the movie came out, and everybody's going, where the hell is Batman? It took 10 years for him to bring out Batman.
Right.
And it was a surprise to everybody, because when we first heard about it, who was going to play Michael Keaton's going to... No, Beetlejuice can't be Batman. And that was the comments. Beetlejuice cannot be Batman. No way. He can't do it. He's just not appropriate. That was the comments before the movie. After the movie, oh, wow, he was awesome.
All right. So yeah, I mean, I totally get your lead in there, but the Batman, the first Tim Burton movie, totally next chapter. But even before that, right? At The Dark Knight, Frank Miller,
Yes.
The Dark Knight Returns. So I pulled
Mm,
this.
I
I
thought
know you have it too, Patrick. I mean, I pulled this one out. So anybody that's not in the know, The Dark Knight Returns Batman by Frank Miller came out. This is a certified copy of the first issue.
Oh,
This
man.
really created, and I know this is a big influencer for a lot of people. Patrick definitely, I know he shared that. So the Dark Knight Returns, this really created, I think, in people like the Dark Knight in that sense. This different type of Batman, not the campy style of the television show. You really got something much more uh, dark, mystical, not quite
well,
as
in the
nicey.
comics,
Right.
Neil Adams was starting to go towards a Dark Knight detective
Yes.
type of thing, but it
So,
didn't go very far.
yeah. So the lead in to the Michael Keaton, the first Batman Tim Burton movie, you wouldn't have had that without this. I don't think at all. That style, that look. So huge. Good, Patrick. Do you want to show? You have some comics or some other?
Oh no, I've got the exact. I was just kind of flipping through here.
Yeah, the only thing I have on that one is the trade paperback. Of course, it is a first edition trade paperback.
Oh yeah. So yeah, awesome book, you guys. If you ever see these out in the wild, there's tons of prints of these, but an amazing story, art, take, everything. So that led into the movies, and now we could get into Tim Burton, Batman, Batman Returns, etc. So
Now, real quick, that's the first issue. That's not the trade.
no, this is the first print of the first issue.
First print first. Yeah, I mean, if you find that out in the
There were
wild,
there were 4 issues.
there was
to make
4
up the trade
issues.
paperback.
Yeah, if you guys find that out in the wild, or any of the stuff that we're talking about, like in this era, I mean, grab it. Mine is in
Matter of
horror.
fact, anything we have shown so far, if you see it,
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
if you can't sell it to anybody else, we'll probably buy it.
I mean, this is now what I've heard as this is what they would consider a reader at this point, because it's in horrible condition. Not horrible. I know somebody on this panel likes to restore things, but again, this is in not the greatest condition. This is the only 2 issues I believe I have
That's
left.
some water damage.
Yeah, it does have some water damage. But yeah, I mean, if you guys do find these are definitely worth picking up. And for those that are kind of new at the comic stuff, if you're out and about and looking, one of the things too to look at is what printing is it. You can turn in on the inside page, usually somewhere within the credits, and it'll tell you what print it is, because you pick up something sometimes, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I found this, right? And then you turn like, oh,
478th print.
yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, people sometimes, and I hate to say this, there are some scrupulous people out there that will sell a 468 printing as a first print. You pay like, X amount of $100 and then get it home and be like, oh, this is worth $2. Thanks.
And there's also some people out there that have a collection of every single print of that comic.
Yep.
Because I mean, I've got a couple, just to kind of give you an idea here. Did I just say idea? Did I just
No,
that was Johnny. That was
No.
Johnny coming
No,
through.
you didn't.
Did you? But again, so this is the trade paperback of the 4 issues, right? And you're like, wow, that's in really good condition, Patrick. And then it's like, you look at it, and then it's like, what printing is this? This is a 10th printing. Okay.
Yeah.
And then now the same book, just different cover. Again, it's all 4 issues, Dark Knight Returns, but again, different cover. And let's see, what printing is this? And I only say this so people don't get taken advantage of while they're out in the wild, and it's something to be aware about when you're dealing with collectibles and stuff. Yeah, if you find stuff at a flea market, okay. If you're only paying, X amount of dollars, but when you start talking like hundreds of dollars, it's like, okay, do some research, know what you're looking at. You know what I mean? Where
Absolutely.
So this is the 10th anniversary edition. This was printed in 1996. This doesn't have. Oh, okay. So this has got more than just the 4 issues. This is like a completely different out of what I originally. So again, I didn't know that until I just opened that. I knew I had it, but it's just one of those things. Just be aware about, when you're looking out there. So okay, I'll stop. Sorry.
There's some interesting talk in the chat. I don't know. Somebody was asking. They want pictures of us with our T-shirts. I don't know what's going on. Let them talk amongst themselves. We will continue on. Yeah, we both have our Batman shirts. So yeah, we're still here. I'll go put myself up here. So yeah, since we're on I've shown this before, but again, I mean, when you're talking Batman Returns, arguably one of the better Catwomans. This was from the second movie. Michelle Pfeiffer. We love this costume figure. I do. I personally, again, and I think the Dark Knight take you created, and Tim Burton created this like, way more risque than any other Catwoman. Julie Newmar was cool there, but this really just takes it to a whole different level.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Eartha Kitt is still, she just
right. Yeah, I mean, with the full, latex cowl and whip, and it's there. So, Batman Returns, second movie, still Michael Keaton, and then you start to get into what? We start to get into Val Kilmer.
Well, let's show a few things.
George Clooney.
Here's a. It's a McDonald's toy.
There you go. Yep.
Just nobody can see it. There we go.
I see it. There you go. Yeah, I remember they were Happy Meal toys that came out.
Happy Meal toys, and I have some others. Let's see. This one also was a Happy Meal toy.
Yeah. Let's stay on that particular
iteration of the Batmobile.
Yeah, because since we are on Burton, and I think they used the same Batmobile in 1 and 2. Am I correct in saying that?
It was close. If it wasn't the same, it was real close.
Very close. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you look here,
now this one is still in the bag, and I'm not going to open it up just so you can see it.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is more from the cartoons.
Very cool. Yep, I remember those.
And of course, the Penguin.
Yep, and that one spins, right? Yep.
Yeah.
They're cool. Very collectible.
Yeah. And I mean, Joker Jack put it there in the chat. Batman return toys from McDonald's are pretty sought after. Exactly. So just real quick, Horizon, just want to kind of highlight this since he showed the one little car.
Yeah.
So, this particular iteration of the Batmobile, again, this is from the Burton 1989, both 1 and 2. This, and I think to this day, minus the live actions, this influenced, I believe, the way that the Batmobile, like if you look at, and I know we haven't got to it yet, but if you look at like the animated series and Justice League, it's not the exact, but it's very, very styled after this particular Batmobile.
I did grab, since you mentioned it, Patrick, I grabbed this one. Still right in there. This would be probably 90s.
Yeah, that's from the
This is the animated series. Missing the canopy that would have come over, but still taken from that original Tim Burton style. This sleek design, and you can see how flat. This one's like a glow in the dark one, and it has actually I won't this has a pod where he comes out the back. And so again, even though it's incomplete, this toy right here, I mean, I had it in my eBay store for like 30 or 40 bucks or something. You know, if you find these complete, it's, you know, even more. But thought I'd show it. Yeah, missing one of the stickers right there.
Oh, before we move too far away from.
Well, let's get back. Let's go back just before the movie came out.
Okay.
Because I have a few things to show you.
Okay.
The first, in 1988, of course, the Batman movie was the buzz, and so companies were starting to jump on the bandwagon. One of those companies was Presents with their PVC figures, and we have Batman and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, no, they're not holding hands. It just looks like it. Now, after the movie came out, they re-released the Batman figure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And the only other toy I have to show is the 3+, and this is the one to make the Batman pop.
The Batman what?
It's like you put Kool-Aid or something in there, you freeze it, and it makes a little pop for the kids.
Well, when you said
treats.
I think in today,
today pops means a whole different thing than lollipop or ice cream pop. Yeah.
So rolling back to kind of what Chaos just showed and said. So again, this was pre-movie Batman, right?
Yep.
And then the next year you have the same darn figure, just painted black.
And there's your Dark Knight, you know, the Dark Knight. I think it really just has that impact, you know. It seemed like the blue and gray is just not
and the same thing with the
you know.
Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, it's up here. The same thing with it. Applause did it with this figure.
Yep.
This is the one from '88. In '89, they released it black.
See, I've got a black version of that one in my eBay store as we speak. And speaking of 1988, I'm kicking myself in the butt. Because the shirt I was going to wear when you first told me about this, I bought it at a Spencer's Gift in 1988. That's nice.
So there's your photo. Whoever wanted it, there it is. I think it might be Jim Lee. Tiffany's Cool Finds.
Hey, Tiffany.
Awesome. Got it from her. No, she's not here. I just bought it from her.
Oh, you bought it from her. I'm just wearing a Dark Knight Returns.
That's awesome, man. That's a great shirt.
If you can go and Google it, you don't need a picture of
female Robin.
Yes. The first introduction of a female Robin, Carrie Kelly. But I'm kicking myself in the butt because in 1988, I was into Batman. This was pre-Burton. Okay, I was into the comics, and I want to show something real quick. What got me into Batman? Because at the time, I was reading comics, but I was reading G.I. Joe and Transformers. Okay,
Good stuff.
It was the 80s. It was the thing, you know, and
it was a thing. It was.
It was the thing.
Oh yeah.
But I remember seeing this comic. It was at a UDF, if you know what that is. I don't know how far out they stretch. And I remember it was at the bottom of the rack. And I was so attracted to this cover right here. I've got the comic. I just didn't pull it out. I knew I had this. This is what started my Batman. Just that cover alone. It was 75 cents. It came out June of '88, right? And this is what started.
Look at that, though, Patrick. What is that?
I was half thinking you were going to pull out the iconic Todd McFarlane Batman cover.
I have that, but again, it's buried. This was easy accessible.
When I look at that, if I look at that Batman detective, though, what does the cape remind you of?
McFarlane.
Spawn, right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
very cool.
Those were, and I read the story. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't, but I remember going to school and I had this comic with, and I was kind of made fun of because, I was reading comics. I still like toys. I was in middle school. And I remember when I brought the Batman comic, it was middle school, and like they were making fun of me, like, oh, Patrick likes Batman. I mean, it was just so, I guess today you would call it bullying or what have you. To me, it was just school, and I didn't care. I never was one of the quote unquote popular kids. So it didn't matter to me, but, I was kind of picked on. But it's like, when you actually read the story, it wasn't campy. It wasn't. And it's like, I remember trying to defend this comic right here. And again, this was my first one. I had, I picked up a couple other issues I hadn't bought. And I know that The Dark Knight Returns came out before this, but I hadn't delved that deep into the whole Batman lore. I was still learning. And it's like, I remember trying to defend this. Like, no, it's not campy. It's not the, the Biff Bam Pow Zoom. Like,
no, it's Norm Breyfogle, and he was awesome in Batman.
Amazing art, great artists.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they just didn't get it, And today, I don't think that those conversations would fly.
Here's two more from the 1988 PBC set.
I got, yep.
Joker and Penguin.
Which, again, that was based on, if you look at that Joker, it kind of gives you the Cesar Romero with a little bit of a Killing Joke, and that Penguin's kind of Burgess Meredith.
The Penguin's like, yeah! He's gonna
this is definitely Burgess Meredith there.
Very cool. Yeah. The on what you're saying, Patrick, too, I think that so you have the Michael Keaton, the movies, and then you have, the Two-Face, the Riddler with Jim Carrey. Then you had George Clooney and that
Batman
movie.
and Robin.
Yeah, which were really not. They had some box office success, but really weren't. I think when you really got that first Batman Begins came out with Christian Bale, and then obviously the second movie, The Dark Knight, comes out. It totally changed everything. But yeah, you could show that Chaos. Yep, the Bat boat from Batman Forever. Yeah, that's the Rebel model. They made tons and tons of toys for that stuff, but
none of it sold very well.
Yeah, and I think the thing was that with when The Dark Knight came out, it was nominated for Best Picture. It was nominated for I think it gave a lot of legitimacy to Batman in general and superheroes in general. But obviously, he's in the chat. Joker Jack. I brought a couple Joker figures to show. Joker's a great character in Batman. And
well, let's talk about the Joker from 1980.
The Joker.
Let's talk about Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Sure.
Who I think is the scariest Joker there ever was. Number one, he's most like the comic books. He has grayish white skin, not makeup. He had to put makeup on to look more human.
Right.
You didn't know what he was going to do from one scene to the next. He was truly, he just crazy to the point where he was, whatever he would do, he just as soon as shoot somebody who's looking at him. He shoots his number one assistant. He just blows him away for no reason. He goes back and shoots his boss.
Right.
You didn't know what he was going to do, and that makes him the scariest Joker in my mind to ever play the game. The other ones, they did it differently, and I appreciate all of them. But Jack Nicholson's Joker was the scariest Joker of all. In my opinion.
The Jack Nicholson, and I've got to say, and this is where we kind of teased at the top of the show, and why I almost feel like I'm not worthy to be on this panel. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
This is just a regular. I think this is a cheaper wall, but again, not unlike the I think the animated series, you know, not unlike Jack in some ways, but he's not. I mean, but I like Jack. Jack was Jack Napier, right? Jack Nicholson was still Jack, and I like that, you know.
Yeah, he was the personification of the Joker.
Another one I grabbed.
That looks like the cosplayer. Have you seen the cosplayer that does Joker?
Yeah, my camera doesn't want to behave lately. Let's see. There we go.
That is really cool.
He's fun. And
yeah,
I,
it's
you know,
still trying to focus on you. That's why I took a backing board and put it behind the toy.
But I brought this one. I mean, my favorite of all time is the one he won the Academy Award, Heath Ledger. My favorite Joker of all time. I think the scariest. I think the most, like, you know, if you have a Dark Knight Joker, he's it. You know, I just, it can never be duplicated. I think that Joaquin Phoenix certainly was amazing in what he did. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed some parts of the movie. I like his method acting, but
my comment about the Joker movie after I saw it was, it's not the Joker we know. It's not the Joker we wanted.
Yeah.
It's the Joker we needed.
Absolutely. And it got a lot of critical acclaim, Academy Award nominations.
And over $1 billion.
Yeah. The Dark Knight, you wouldn't have had that without this. The Dark Knight changed all that. And
the only thing I don't like about the Dark Knight and Heath Ledger's Joker is it was face paint.
Yeah, but that's, you know, that's just the way that director interpreted, you know, just unbelievable. Some people, you know, it's kind of funny. I noticed this, and then people in the chat, it's interesting. Everybody with Heath Ledger, I've noticed people that don't like that movie or Heath Ledger as that Joker, I don't get along with as well.
Okay, there has never been an iteration of the Joker that I did not like for one reason or the other. Mean, it's just that my personal opinion is that Jack Nicholson portrayed the scariest Joker because he was so unpredictable.
Don't get me wrong. Awesome performance. Jack Nicholson, great. You know, I really enjoyed that. I saw that
and
movie,
I really enjoyed Heath Ledger's Joker, but I didn't find him as scary.
I went and saw Batman. I saw it once and I went back and I saw it again. It was like, go ahead. Sorry.
May I tell you?
Yes, Patrick, your turn.
My favorite Joker, and with great respect to Jack Nicholson as an actor and all of his accomplishments, with great respect to the late Heath Ledger, the best Joker, in my opinion, Mark Hamill.
Well, yeah, but I mean that I don't really
as the voice of the Joker.
Voice,
there was none better.
There was none better.
Oh, he's great. Yeah. He's great. Oh, here you go. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's classic. Here you go. Killing Joke. Awesome. Great cover. I mean,
Brian.
Where would Batman be without the Joker?
Yeah, well.
And I thought Heath Ledger's performance mirrored this Joker.
Yep.
And Jack, definitely, now that I understand Batman #1, I mean, I've been questioning since that conversation. I did not know, and I'm not going to steal Mr. Chaos's thunder. I'll go ahead and let him share his wisdom of knowledge with the youngsters.
The Joker, first appearance, Batman #1 in 1940, was a throwaway character. It was one and done. They were never going to bring him back. He was going to be killed at the end of the issue, and that was the end of it. The fans wouldn't have it. They wanted their Joker.
I did not know that. And now that I know that, I have reevaluated. I mean, you gotta understand, I didn't like the end of 89 Batman. I have been carrying this with me since June 6th, 1989. That's when I seen it at the drive-in, opening
So
week.
him being dropped to his death, you didn't like that?
No, because it's like, how could you kill in the first movie the most iconic villain in the Batman lore? But now that you've said that, now that you've shared that, no, it's like, I mean,
How could you not?
I'm done. I don't even be. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me. I'll see you around.
No. You're not getting off that easy. I have one last figure that's going to be the last thing that's shown tonight.
Okay. Why don't you hold it for a moment?
I'm not going to show it until you tell me, okay, we're done showing figures.
Okay.
Then I will pull it out of the box and show it to you.
All right. So we
It
could do.
will be pulled out of the box for the first time in almost 20 years.
All right. That's cool. That's cool to know. Lord of Brooklyn, BK, what's up? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming. So yeah, we'll do a giveaway. I have a couple items that I could do for prizes. If you win this, you'll get a choice. So you just made it, BK, for the giveaway time. I see 13 in the chat.
Joker Jack Nicholson was the most correct comic version of the Joker.
So I'm gonna put a go line, guys, right here. I see, now I see 12. Okay, so I wrote a number down just now. When you see the go line, you get one chance. Number from 1 to 12. Go for it.
Just one only.
Yep, I have it written down right here. Number from 1 to 12 in the chat, and you will win a prize. After my start line, there it is. And I will look for it real quick. I bet you I don't see it yet. Oh, it just jumped. Okay. Don't see it yet. Anyone else in the chat? Have a small crowd, but I think we can. Anybody else? Not picked yet. If we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a couple other people haven't guessed. Anybody in the chat, guess the number that's not there yet. There's still a couple left. If not, we'll go with who was the closest to my number. I'll give it a couple more seconds. Okay, that's fine. I get you, Cody. So here, all right, right there. It's serendipitous anyway. My number was 9. So Joker Jack is the closest at 10. Right there. So, Joker Jack, you are a winner of a prize. You can have, I'll give you a choice. You can have comics. They are Batman comics, A or B. Or you can have the shirt that I showed. No, Batman. It is a Batman classic TV series size medium. It is a medium.
I might be able to fit my arm in that one.
Yeah, it is. But maybe Joker has a child or a lady friend that might like a nice Batman shirt. So, what would you like? Joker Jack, A or B comics, or the shirt? You have choices here on this channel.
A, B, or shirt.
A, B, or shirt. And I could show you what comics. He's like, all of them. No.
Hmm.
A, B, or shirt? A. Oh, he picked A. Would you like to see? I think you'd want to see what's in A. I'll show you real quick. All right, Mr. Joker Jack.
I want to see what's in A.
Yeah, I think you picked the better one of the two as well. Here, I'll go up. So here, there's 4 comics in this pack. You're going to get Batman Adventures 16.
Second print.
Yeah, Batman Adventures. You're going to get Gotham Knights 2.
Number 3.
Yeah, and you're going to get this New Teen Titans number 4 against the Justice League. George Perez cover art. Pretty cool. It is a reader. Yeah. Oh, he's right there.
Better than that, it has his Tana on it.
Relax, Chaos. Relax. Number 4. And then I am giving you this reader of Batman Dark Knight Returns. Certainly, I don't even know. I can tell you what print.
I think that's the 3rd issue, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah, against
3rd or
Superman.
4th issue.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know what print. It doesn't say. Let me see if it might be a first, but it's got some wear. So 4 comics. I'll send them to you, Joker. You sent me your address. I'll get these out to you, my man. Congratulations. So we can proceed onwards. Bring you guys back up here. So
He's a happy camper.
yeah, no worries. He asked me for some readers. Now you get some, and I have some more that I will put together for you. But Joker's he's a good artist. He definitely sent me some cool art. I'm working on trying to come up with a sharing is caring type episode with different art and to that nature. So stay tuned to this Bat channel for that goodness.
Same bad time.
Oh, I should have pulled out that issue of Boris the Bear.
Oh,
Where he's the Bear Knight or something like that.
yeah. So yeah, I have I have probably 2 or 3 short boxes just of all lower grade readers, and I'm like, please, folks, have these. I will gladly be doing giveaways to share and send stuff around.
I look forward to seeing it, Joker.
Yeah, he sent me just a really awesome Spider-Man sketch that I want to share with folks. I think it's really cool, and I have my own art that I want to share as well. I think it'll be really kind of a special episode, and I'm trying to get a couple other people involved to put something together for that. Having Bat Bear, Cody, Bat Bear front and center. I don't know, Bat Bear, Man Bat, Care Bear, the Bat Bear. I think I sold that. I think I did. Somebody bought that on one of the auctions. But so yeah, we were still in the Dark Knight movies. We still have a bunch left to talk about. There you go. Oh, is that a cassette?
Yeah, that's the soundtrack.
Bat Dance Prince, baby, doing the Bat Dance.
I mean, I get that Dark Knight, the movie, really changed a lot of things, but I definitely think in the 80s, because again, just when I was like made fun of in school, you fast forward a couple years, now Batman was all the craze. It's like people were loving it. They had paraphernalia. It was on their backpacks. It was on their folders. It was like, oh, so the crazy kid that was saying this, so I felt a little vindicated, not going to lie there. But In 1988, Spencer's pre-Burton movie, I bought a Batman shirt, and I was going to wear it for this show, and I totally forgot about it till Mr. Chaos said 1988. I bought it and I wore it my first day of high school, and I wore it my last day of high school. And I still have it to this day.
Yeah, I tried to find my 1988 applause mug, but it's buried in one of the boxes under the boxes.
I used to have a Batman mug from the first movie. I used to have it with that classic symbol.
The black with the yellow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have that era Batman mug, but I did pull one of my Batman mugs out still.
Nice.
Yeah. And then of course this is not for sale. This is one of two of, I mean, this is more Justice League.
That's great.
But I love this mug. So it's one of my two coffee mugs. But, you know, and I think as a whole, everything we've been talking about, there is so much Batman merch out there.
Oh, yeah.
You have it from comic books to movies to cassettes to
coloring books,
kites, mugs, pencils. I mean, you name it. There is
cosplay, all the props, right?
Kenner practically saved their business because of Batman. They were the only ones that were licensed to make Batman toys for the longest time. Of course, then Hasbro bought Kenner, and now Hasbro has the license to the world.
So, but there was again, like Horizon was saying earlier, you know, in the early, it's like you had like these stopgaps of like it got real popular, it exploded, and then it kind of fizzled down. And then, you know, when Batman, was it Batman Forever or Clooney era Batman, is when you seen the decline in the popularity of Batman, and then it just
because the stories went to crap.
Yeah, they just threw everything in the kitchen sink in that one movie with, well, multiple, but that one with Arnold and George, that was just too much going on.
Yeah, and I mean, but again, you've seen the decline, and then it just like it went away again from mainstream media, if you will. I mean, there still was the comics, and you're right, probably the stories. Here's the thing with me in the comics. While I was into the comics, and I know.
Well, now it didn't really go away because it went into the animation right after that.
You're right. You're right, good sir. But I stopped reading Batman comics when Bane broke his back. Spoiler alert. I think at this point in the game, if you don't know that, you know, but that's when I stopped because it's like, okay, I mean, I get he can do just about everything, but after that, I was just like, I'm done. I don't know. There was just something that just turned me off about the whole Bane.
Well, I was going to continue reading it after that, and then I went one or two issues with Azrael and went, no, screw this. I don't want Batman.
Yeah.
And it soured me on Batman, and I've not read a Batman comic since.
Yeah, same here.
How did you...
Except for some of the older ones that I picked up over the years.
Right.
How did you guys think, I mean, the Bane breaking his back in the movie, they did kind of do, how did you think that was portrayed?
Was that the one with
Bane, that the Dark Knight Rises?
Was that the one with oh God, what's her, Anne Hathaway?
Yeah, and Tom Hardy plays Bane. Yeah.
Well, I only watched it once, and I remember like watching this movie, and it's like, I remember like I'm standing on my porch like watching this, like smoking a cigarette, and I looked at it, I'm like, how did we get? What's going on? I mean, the first one with Liam Neeson, okay, it was great, you know, follow along, but I just felt like the one with Catwoman and Bane and all that, it was just like there was just so much going on. It's like I remember looking at my girlfriend, I was like, where are we? How did we get here? How long? I'm done. I mean, I don't watch a lot of movies anymore. Okay, for one, and I think it's just the internet and the attention span that like they've kind of like drilled into us. I'm also subjectable to that. It's like for me to go watch even a 2-hour movie. It's like I'll enjoy it once I get there, but getting me there, that's the problem.
Yeah, I do agree. I agree with Joker. Yeah,
I've seen 3 movies in the movie theater over the last 10 years. Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Joker.
I did not see Aquaman and I did not see Joker.
Aquaman, I watched, got halfway to my car, went, turned around, walked back to the theater, watched it again because it was that fun.
Wow.
It was a fun movie. And that is probably the only movie I've watched twice in a movie theater, period.
So we can move along. I mean, that was my next bullet point was the Ben Affleck Justice League, or Batman, Superman, that arc, which is still kind of going, I guess, although I know Robert Pattinson is now going to be Batman. But now you have that whole arc. So now you have, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, the dude that plays Flash, all those. So you have Justice League, Superman, Batman, so we could talk about that because that's really been a huge success.
I don't think Ben Affleck got enough credit. I don't think he was allowed enough screen time. They should have had a separate Batman movie before they did Batman v Superman with just Ben Affleck in it.
I think I agree with that. I think I do.
And I didn't like Batman v Superman, even though it did have Superman in it, because it was too many stories crammed into one.
Bingo. Yes, sir. I mean, I get what they were trying to do, and it's Hollywood, and it's like, I mean, you had this Batman.
Right.
This didn't come along too much later. It didn't come right out of the gate, and I felt like, so now it's Batman and Superman. We're doing this right out of the gate. Okay. No lead up, no whatever. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. I liked them for what they were. I went into them with very low expectations, as in I drove to the drive-in to watch this because I knew I was going to smoke a pack of cigarettes and eat cheap pizza and not pay attention. Okay.
Like me when I went to the movies when I was in the military. I didn't go for the movie. I went for the popcorn.
Oh man, this drive-in, $9 large pepperoni. I swear to you, my God, if I could just walk in and just get that pizza as opposed to the chain pizzas, that would be my go-to pizza. Yep. I am not even kidding, ladies and gentlemen. You gentlemen come to see the Hall of Justice. We're going to go to the drive-in and get good cheap pizza. All right.
Not going to watch a movie, just going to eat cheap pizza.
I tell you, the Batman, Superman, I gotta say, I mean, yeah, I like Henry Cavill as Superman. I think he was very good. I wasn't Christopher Reeve, but I think he's good as Superman. Ben Affleck, not horrible, but I tell you, Gal Gadot saved that movie towards the end. You're waiting, and when she just busts onto the screen, and then she totally was a carrier for Justice League too. I think she totally takes over those movies.
Here's the thing. When I first heard that Gal Gadot was going to be Wonder Woman, I went back and watched her in Fast and Furious and thought, okay, maybe. And then she blew it away.
Great.
It turns out she wasn't just cast as Wonder Woman. She actually is Wonder Woman.
And I think kind of a relatively unknown coming in and just killing it. I thought it was great. Great.
Here's the thing about Cavill's Superman, and I apologize for shaking my head no, okay? Because again, we're all like Diecast said early on, we're all entitled to our own opinions, and we right. The one thing I did not need out of the Cavill Superman, I did not need a reboot. I did not need a retelling of the story. I didn't need to see Krypton. I mean, if I don't know, it just I thought that's what did it for me. That's what did his Superman in for me, because it's like Ruth's Superman. It was a continuation of Reeve. I love Brandon Ruth as Superman, and fight me IRL if you whatever. I don't care.
I like him too.
I mean,
I'm gonna shake my head on Brandon Routh. No.
I liked it. I enjoyed it for what it is.
It continued the story. That's what I liked about it.
And it was homage.
Although he makes a better Adam.
Adam.
The Adam in is the CW.
Yeah. Is it the Adam?
Yeah, he plays the Atom.
Is it on Flash or Green Arrow?
No, it was the other one.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Ray Palmer. Okay, yeah. I just think Ray Palmer, because I've watched that entire run twice. Because again, I love him as Ray Palmer. I loved him as Superman. I thought it was a fun story. Here's the one thing that, okay, so you did the reboot, you did all that, you had the one guy playing Superman's father who was the big hunk at the time. I don't know what his name is. I don't really care. The one thing that could have saved that movie, and this is just my opinion, I don't care, just fly out to space, look at the camera, and fly away and let the end credits roll. That could have saved that movie right there, in my opinion. But they didn't want to go that route. So
there is a very romantic vibe with Superman that I despise. That is just part of the kind of vibe of it that that's really why I like, the Dark Knight, and that edginess of it, the grit, and that appeals to me from an aesthetic point of view. But it is what it is. It's just the way that, Superman's the savior, Batman's the Dark Knight. He's the one, he takes it, and that's why I love the Dark Knight, the movie. I love the ending. The ending of the Dark Knight movie is all of it. He basically takes on all the responsibility and just goes away he takes it on his shoulders and leaves and is hunted. And it's he's just that classic hero. That's a hero doesn't have to be in front. He takes it and and that's why I love it.
Now here's what made Christopher Reeve's Superman so iconic. He would get the cat from the tree and give it to the little girl. He would take time out to do the little stuff. Yeah. And that's what Superman is all about, is not just the big stuff. He wants to do the little stuff to help humanity. In the recent series Future State, Superman and Batman are in Gotham City doing something, and Batman saying, "Yeah, keep it down. You don't want people to know you get superpowered." And Superman sees some bums trying to start a fire in a barrel, so he uses his heat vision to start the fire for him, because that's what he does. He doesn't care who knows he's there. He doesn't care about that stuff. He cares about helping the people, and that's the way Superman should be. And you can't make Superman a dark character. It just doesn't work.
I get it.
Because he's the big Boy Scout.
Well, now, hold on. I will say this about Justice League and Cavill's character. I thought he did the return of Superman. While they didn't follow the comic, I get that. But that whole, that black suit, the whole, disoriented Superman, I thought that...
Well, I could understand that. That guy his battery power was down to zero.
Oh, when they brought it back to life.
That was a good scene. I really enjoyed that particular...
trying to figure it out, and he's like, are you my enemy? Are you not? There's these super people. Do I fight them? That was... And again...
And it wasn't until Lois shows up that he was able to start putting it together. It had to be somebody he loved.
But Wonder Woman is the only one that can really kind of stand up to him, pretty much.
Yeah.
The only
She's a god.
She is.
That's
And
where with the again in Justice League at the end when Doomsday is wreaking havoc and she's just like, let's go, and just like takes him on with her shield.
Yeah,
and
we fought these people. We fought these things before.
Unbelievable. And they're just looking at each. I think the line is Superman like, did you bring her? I don't know. Did you bring her?
With you?
Yeah. Jumps in the battle. Like it's like that's exactly it. You know?
that scene was good. I liked it. It gave you that comic edge that you need. But rolling back to one where it's like the scene that caught me off guard, and I swear I thought I was watching a College Humor skit, was the whole, why did you say that name? Where did you see that? I mean, it's like I'm watching this and I'm like,
yeah,
am I really watching a multi-million-dollar motion picture, or am I watching a College Humor skit here? It's like I couldn't believe that was the dialogue in that movie at that.
Christian Bale.
You don't realize up until that point that Batman's mother and Superman's surrogate mother have the same first name.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Martha Kent, Martha Wayne.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. I remember hearing that line and that scene. I'm just like, am I really watching this? Like, I don't know. That's just my take on it. But again, you fast forward a little bit in that movie, and it's like the whole, did you bring her? No, I thought you did. That was great. It was great chemistry right there. I really enjoyed that. So.
Yeah, there are parts of that movie that, and we're talking about not the re-released Zack Snyder, but the original. There are parts of it that are really funny and really good, and there are parts of it that really suck ass bad. Pardon my language, sorry.
No, I agree with you. I think in the Justice League, I mean, it was part of the trailer. I think when he meets the Flash kid and the Flash guy, like, quickly, like, he throws his batarang at him, and then he's like, "Oh!" and he just grabs it, like, "Oh, he knows."
He just kind of sees it going like this, and he goes,
and he knows he's Bruce Wayne's Batman in that moment, and he catches it, and he's just like, "I'm in," and that's great. I thought some of that stuff was like right in there, but some of it I was like, But some of the stuff, Batman stuff in Justice League with the crawler vehicle and. He definitely had some really cool, bat guns and ammo, and
he was rich.
Here's the thing I didn't like. Here's the thing I didn't like about the Flash character.
Oh yeah,
the Flash is supposed to be a police scientist who got these superpowers.
Right. Not a kid.
This is a kid that doesn't know anybody, and he's a geek who nobody likes.
Yeah.
Sorry, that doesn't work for me. When did that become? If they had named him Wally West, okay, I would have accepted.
Yeah, not Barry Allen, right?
But Barry Allen, no. Barry Allen was a police scientist, and he should be respected in his field.
Now, I do like when in the CW Crisis, that the 90s. Remember the 90s Flash?
Oh yeah.
And then the new iteration of Flash kind of met, and then they brought in movie Flash. He made a cameo in that as well. So it's like they were bridging those universes together. So that was pretty cool. I liked Affleck's Batman. I'm not totally dissonant. I kind of agree with, I think what's already been said is like there was just so much in B versus B whatever.
Batman v Superman.
Right.
No, I agree with you.
I think Affleck would have been a fantastic Batman if they had to let him actually be Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he was definitely the best Bruce Wayne.
Oh. That version, yeah. I like Bill's portrayal as I like Bill as Bruce too.
I think a lot of the Bruce Wayne, I didn't dislike Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne.
He was very brooding, which is kind of a
yes, yeah.
And at the same time, he wasn't.
Rolling back to something that was said, Keaton's Bruce Wayne. There was one particular scene where Beetlejuice did come out, And it's, remember, like, they're in Vale's apartment, and he's like, he starts this like kind of like this monologue, like, "Come on, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts."
Where he's got the tray and he shoots him in the chest, right?
Yeah.
With the bullet.
And then Jack's like, "You ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight?" And he's like, "What?" "I asked out of all my prayer. That's the sound of it." Pow. God, I haven't seen that movie since.
Yep.
It's been that long, and I can just rattle that off the top of my head.
All of us are going to watch it again for the next 2 days.
Gotta go watch it.
There are definitely movies I want to go watch now. I mean, and again, I liked the Bale version. Again, I know I've already said this. I felt that Ledger's portrayal of Joker nailed killing Joker without a doubt. The look I didn't care for, the aesthetics I didn't care for, but his acting and the way it was just beautiful.
I think you just get like I did like Joaquin Phoenix too, in a totally demented, totally different way. Method actor, same type of thing, assuming the role, almost physically becoming the character, right? And that was his undoing, unfortunately, I think, to an extent, Heath Ledger. But just some of the craziness factor, I think, was just really there with Heath Ledger. You didn't know.
The last Joker that we had, not the standalone movie, but the last Joker that was going to be in the Batman movie that hasn't happened. Matter of fact, I don't think he's ever going to be the Joker again. The silver teeth thing and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? The singer guy from Suicide Squad.
Yeah. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, that was just very.
But there are people that think his Joker's great. So,
I think he's actually going to be Morbius.
Yes, he is, and I think he'll do an incredible job on that.
Yeah, I think he'll be really good at that.
Jared Leto. Thank you, Joker.
Yeah, Jared. Yeah, 30 Seconds to Mars. That's his band that he's in. Yeah, Jared Leto. And a great actor. He's a great actor. I didn't really dig. And again, Suicide Squad, the entire movie, in my opinion, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. The entire that's all that's about. Everyone else was secondary.
Yeah, no, she definitely carried that movie, and I went into that movie.
I didn't see the movie in the theater. I got it on DVD. I started to watch it. No, I'll watch it later. It took me 9 tries before I sat through the whole movie.
And there's a lot of throwaway, performances that I was like, why didn't they just do it better? It was just too much. Good.
I went into that movie with the anticipation that it was going to be fun. It was going to be kind of like that Marvel sense of humor, like the Thor movies. When you go into a Thor movie, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun. There's going to be story. There's going to be great cinematic. But you're going to have fun. There's going to be humor. There's going to be jokes. It's going to, and that's how, at least in my opinion, the trailers that I seen for Suicide Squad. That's the movie I was going in expecting to watch, and I got a totally different movie and walked away from it. And I know this is the new norm. I hate trailers that has footage, and when you go and watch it in the theater, it's not there.
Not the same.
And it's like, oh man, because like Batman v Superman again. Trailer footage, not in the original cut.
Right,
Suicide Squad, the bar scene. Again, there was certain dialogue in there that wasn't in the movie. Right. And my friends like, oh yeah, they do that now because they want you to buy the bonus edition of the DVD. I'm like, no, if you look, you want to sell me a Snickers bar and it says Snicker and I open it up and it's a Milky Way, they forgot the nuts. Well, guess what? I'm taking this back because I got a Milky Way and not a Snickers bar. Sorry.
I totally agree. There was just something off. There was some interest.
Put a Snickers bar in my Milky Way wrapper and we go fight.
Right. But it's interesting too, with the Suicide Squad, they tried to emulate some of the classic covers too, which I thought were kind of interesting in the movie. But then I just was like, for what? Like, it didn't help with the actual movie. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. You know.
I didn't care for it. Did they make a second one? Because I'm
Yeah,
gonna be honest with
Birds
you,
of Prey. I haven't actually seen that, Birds of Prey.
I did.
I still haven't seen Wonder Woman 1984, and I want to see it. I just haven't had an opportunity.
Yeah, I got the DVD up here. I haven't seen it yet.
Now that I didn't dislike, Patrick. 1984, I thought it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit, I really enjoyed, believe it or not, Kristen Wiig as the cheetah. Thought she was decent. I kind of dug it. Some of the Wishmaster stuff was a little. Did you watch it, Chaos?
No, I haven't. I just haven't watched it yet.
There's some interesting stuff in there. I dug it because, again, she's great. I thought it was right on par with the first Wonder Woman. I don't really see them as any better or worse.
I still have to watch the last 3 episodes of Doom Patrol, okay? I'm a little behind.
As I said last week, I mean, and this is how much movies I haven't watched. I still have yet to see any of Holland's Spider-Man. I haven't watched anything after oh God, which one did they call it? Traffic started off, Dear Mr. Fantasy, Traffic started off that Infinity movie. Which one was it? Was the second one? What they call it?
Endgame?
Oh yeah, that one.
Infinity War 1, 2, and then Endgame or whatever. Watch the Spider-Man movies before the Wonder Woman movies, in my opinion. Absolutely. Watch those.
I've seen the first one.
I've seen
1984.
I've seen every Marvel movie except 2. The first one that I didn't watch was Black Panther, which was an oversight, and I will eventually watch that one.
Yeah,
the second one was Captain Marvel, which I absolutely refused to watch because they completely destroyed the original Captain Marvel idea.
Yeah, the Captain Marvel movie wasn't. Even with the Skrulls, I was like, it just.
Yeah, you needed Marvel in there. You didn't need.
They have a Marvel, but it's a female, and it's not Marvel. It's part of the Supreme Intelligence or whatever.
He has strong opinions on this.
Well, I mean, I know we're moving totally away.
Not my Marvel Captain Marvel.
We'll save that for another. We'll save that for another topic.
Captain Marvel episode. We could do Shazam. We could do Marvel. We could do. We could.
Oh, that's another movie. Did you guys because DC Shazam? That's in the DC realm. Was it good? I've seen.
It's supposed to be. I haven't seen it.
It seemed fun. It seemed fun. I don't know.
I haven't even gotten around to buying it yet. Where am I at? It didn't have a toy with it. Why did I didn't buy it?
No toy, you're fired.
my Wonder Woman edition is the one with the tiara.
Okay, so something pre-show I got ready for this show. The last thing I think I want to show, if you don't mind.
We're over 90 minutes, so we can show the remaining. This is the credo right here. We could show the remaining stuff, you guys. So go ahead, Eric.
And then I'll show the Ultimate Batman.
All right.
This is something that you're not going to find in the stores.
Yeah. This
is something that is very dear to me and my significant other, my girlfriend. There's so much backstory here, and one show couldn't do his backstory. Bottom line, we have a little penguin. His name is Nigel D. Penguin Esquire. Esquire, it's important. That's his voice, by the way. And this is Nigel D. Penguin as Batman.
Awesome.
All right. What am I looking at?
So this is kind of like his, because we take him to cons, and this is what we carry him around in cons. So I know it's just a cup, but he calls it his hover tank. So Nigel is a Batman fan.
That's awesome. Is this just like your mascot you bring around?
That's Nigel cosplaying as Batman.
Yeah, this is our penguin. she made him a little Batman outfit,
Cool.
complete with and
Batarangs.
and I love how she says this. The reason that she made them out of whatever this material is, these batarangs, is because she knew Nigel was going to throw them at her. And he throws them at me too. But anyway, yeah, no, this is and Nigel's got many costumes. In fact, if Darth's in here, Patrick has lost his mind. No, I have not, because Nigel's also got a Godzilla costume, Darth. He loves Godzilla as well.
So is that? I'm still trying. Okay.
Have I just blown that?
No. So it is now. You said a Godzilla costume, but he is a Batman, a penguin in a Batman costume that she sewed and created for you as to bring around. Do I have that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And he is, just so I have it correct, he is a Batman penguin, but he also
He's a penguin.
He's a penguin. So see,
but can you take off his costume?
I'll send you his Twitter page.
Get out. All right.
Get out.
So he has a costume where he's Godzilla too?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's so cool. So she made that?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. How old is he?
Nigel is 8.
How many cons have you brought him to?
Quite a few. I got a picture of him and somebody cosplaying as Batman.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are getting an inside view of Mr. Patrick Murphy and his cosplaying penguin. Oh, there he is without. All right. How cool.
Human.
That's awesome. Oh my God, that's so great. Well, when we do the Godzilla episode, you know who's going to make a guest appearance. That's so great.
So yes, that is Nigel D. Penguin Esquire. I will link you his Twitter page.
Oh, that's awesome. Pensive Jules just came in. She's probably like, what am I looking at?
So a penguin is cosplaying as Batman, so as part of Penguin. Yes, Nigel does have minions all across the world, and when I say all across the world, he has minions in Australia, the UK, Canada, Mexico. They're strategically placed around the world because one day Nigel will finally rule the world in great Cobra Commander style, and there will be an uprising.
There will be an uprising. Yeah, Darth, absolutely. When we do Godzilla, yes, we will. We'll of course have lots of folks with different things, and you are one of them. Sure.
He needs a Green Lantern costume.
Yeah, right. Hal Jordan. You need a
Nigel needs a Green Lantern costume?
Yes, I think he needs a Green Lantern costume.
Okay.
That is. I never would have thought you were going to show that as an item, but it's awesome.
So awesome.
It's awesome. So yeah, you feel free to paste in his Twitter or whatever pages, Patrick, into the chat if you like.
He hasn't been
Yes,
updated.
sorry. That's not Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Alan Scott Green Lantern, the original Green Lantern.
There's Nigel's Twitter, so go follow him. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't updated it, or we haven't updated it because it's a joint account between me and my girlfriend. Since August 2nd, 2018. Looks
there
like
he is. Nigel D. Penguin. I love it.
And just for anybody out there, I just want to say, and I think me and my girlfriend, we're stuck with each other at this point in the game. Okay, we are. Yeah. There's no other person out there that's going to put up with this level of crazy.
I was just going to say you're perfectly demented together. I love it. It's great. You know, it's that if for her to make that for you and you to be like here, it's awesome.
Well, no, she originally made Nigel as just a cute little penguin that was just supposed to kind of just hang around.
Oh no, but that wasn't.
And it's like I looked at Nigel, and then the voice started. Now here's something really cool. This is something fun. And if you ever meet both of us at the same time, and we've done this for people, we'll be on opposite sides of the table because me and my girlfriend, we've got very distinct, very different voices, right? But when we do the Nigel voice, human, we sound, I mean, it's like stereo. Like people cannot believe that she does that voice, I do that voice, and it's like
Nice.
we've had entire conversation in those voices, and this is just one of the many things that we got going on in the crazy.
That's something to record. I want to hear a recording of you guys doing that. All right, so that's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing, Nigel. I think that's killer. I bet some people on the replay are going to enjoy that for sure.
Not sure if the last thing I'm going to show is going to compete.
Well, Chaos, what do you have? What do you have?
Well, do you have anything? Do you have anything left, Horizon?
No, I was gonna. I can give away another giveaway, but I mean,
well, okay. Well, so this is the last Batman item.
All right.
That's going to be shown, correct?
Okay, that's fine.
I have to get it out of the box.
20 years. 20 years this has not been out of the box. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Unearthing. Wow, look at how organized Chaos is. Look at that.
And it's heavy.
Oh.
This is not just any Batman.
Oh, I think I know what.
This is the Randy Bowen.
Oh yeah.
Batman statue in bronze.
Oh,
with the gargoyle, right? Yo.
Wow.
The retail on this was $2,000.
Yeah. Wow.
I bought it for a customer who put $200 down on it, non-refundable, and then he wanted his money back.
Wow.
When I received it. Obviously, he didn't get his money back, and he didn't get this either.
Wow.
And it's gotten to the point now where I don't know if I'll ever sell it.
Yeah.
Just because I love it. They made 250 of them.
Yeah, it's quite a sculpture and an asset for sure. Yeah, beautiful. Randy Bowen, amazing.
And very heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
That looks heavy.
Oh, there's no question about it.
Yeah, it's quite a collectible. Not something you see ever really.
Yeah.
Someday I'll get a bell jar and I'll put it on display.
Yeah.
Until then, it's going to stay in. Until I can put it in a dust-free area, I'm not going to.
Yeah. So anybody in the chat, Joker knows that's a game over piece. That's a ridiculous collectible he just showed right there, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing stuff. Thanks for showing that, Chaos.
And yes, this is it's in a box, in the original shipping box, and I keep it in a plastic tub.
Yeah.
And that's been 20 years since you've opened that, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, right here live tonight on Horizon Picks channel. Okay.
Mic drop.
Yeah, I'm just okay. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Great stuff, Yeah, I did possess at one point the original utility belt that was like from the you like mail in from the TV show. Sold that off a while ago.
Well, I had the original cold cast porcelain Batman like that too, and I sold that for like $900 back in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
And then I've got the miniature version up here along with the miniature Robin.
But and you look at, again, kind of like we've talked about, we've been all over the spectrum tonight, but I mean, there's just so much merch involved in this character, this very iconic character. You've got everything from like the low 25-cent gumball machine, little whatever Batman symbol, to the $2,000 statue. I mean, it's all across the spectrum of things. things, you know.
And you can still buy Batman stickers at any Walmart.
Yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
any Target probably has. As a matter of fact, probably any box store has them, and for like 98 cents.
I think one thing that DC done well, and maybe Ian, feel free to disagree or correct me, is their merchandising. They made things that were very, like, you could put the Superman logo, you could put the Batman logo, you could put the Wonder Woman logo, you could put the Flash logo, and you would the Green Lantern logo. Easily recognizable. You know, with X-Men, there's some, but it's like, okay, you got the X symbol, but beyond the X symbol, what represents each character? Whereas, like, you know, the bat symbol, that's Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Am I wrong in my?
No, DC has iconic symbols for their characters.
Absolutely.
Marvel really doesn't.
Hey, Paul, thanks for coming in, sir.
Yeah, you just made it, Paul. I'm gonna do. We're about got a
circle with a lightning bolt.
Right.
The Flash.
I was gonna do one more giveaway. I'll do another one since we still have 11 people in the chat. This time I'll do a trivia. You guys in the chat, you can answer as many times as you want after the go line here that you see. I'm going to ask a Batman trivia question. Okay, here we go. Go line. I have it written down right here on this Post-it. I've named a villain in Batman. Go. And I have him. It's a him written down right here. Name a Batman villain, and I'll give you a choice of a prize. Go ahead. Throw it in the chat.
There's 3 people not eligible, and we're all being viewed.
It's all right. Joker, if he wins, I'll give you. It's fine. They don't think I see it yet.
Well, I don't know who we're looking for. So.
I could give a hint if he doesn't come up. It is a him.
I have a good idea, but again, I can't.
You can guess, Patrick, if you want. Put it in the chat.
That's not fair. That's. It's like radio station.
You gotta go. Keep going, guys.
They're getting some classic ones there.
I haven't seen it yet.
Prince of Jewels. Santa, I don't know.
Has he been in a?
All right, he. Oh, wait.
Santa has been in a Batman.
Okay, I stop. I think I see it. Let me see. To make sure they don't think anybody else put it in there. Let me just make sure. Yeah, man. That's cool. I said he could win again. Joker Jack. It was Killer Croc.
Oh, no, I was wrong then. I thought
put Killer Croc in.
That's who I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought
Joker, you won again, brother. So we still have the shirt, which I think you said was too small. Or did you want the B comics? I'm thinking you want the B comics.
I'm just going through and verifying that he was the first.
Yeah, I think he was the first one that.
Yeah, he was. He was the first.
He put Rasha. Yeah. So do you want the B comics or the medium Batman shirt? I'm thinking you wanted the comics. He said this was too small. So I think yeah, you got it, brother. I'll show you these real quick. Another 4-pack of comics. I'll show you them real quickly. You get Batman 493. It's part of the Nightfall. I think that's what's his name cover. I forget. Is it Sam Keith?
No.
Detective 667, Night Quest. Batman 508.
That first one you showed was a Kelly Jones cover.
Kelly Jones. And then Batman 476. These are readers. I'll put those with your other stack, brother. So you're the winner, Joker Jack on Batman Night. Way to go, man.
See, I'm doing the round of applause.
Round of applause.
I can't do it. I'm too tired.
So I think you guys have anything else? I think we've shared. We're coming up almost on the 2-hour mark. I know we were going to wrap it, keep it under that 2 hours. Yeah, thanks for coming, Pensive Jules. We do this every Tuesday on my channel, and then every Thursday on Chaos's channel, where it's more comics, but on my channel, it's toy specific.
And this week, we're just going to talk about some of our favorite comics.
Yeah. So we'll
I'm making
go
it really difficult on everybody.
Hey, Scooter Renee, thanks for stopping in.
Hey, what's up, Scooter? Good to see you. So here, we'll go around. Patrick, you want to say a few words? Go for it, my man.
So, what am I saying? Oh, where am I going to be? Okay.
Whatever you want to talk about, promote. I know you got a couple things coming up.
So tomorrow on Cajun Roots Reseller, tomorrow is going to be his 1,000 sub, as well as like his birthday bash. So he's doing like an all-day event. Between 11 and 2, he's going to do a community auction, which I am going to be in there. So I might have some stuff to, not any of this stuff, but you know, we can talk if anybody's interested. Thursday, I will be on Chaos's show, I believe, and I'll be around in chats. I think Sunday night's been working out for Late Night Live with Patrick Murphy right here on YouTube.
Absolutely. Sweet. All right, Mr. Collecting Chaos. What's going on?
Oh, let's see. Tomorrow morning is the Eternal My Life Project. And then Thursday night, of course, is my show. And I may or may not be in Mike Rogers' auction tomorrow night. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. I'll play it by ear and we'll see what happens. Friday, I have Freeform Friday coming. Ought to be interesting.
Nice.
And yeah, I don't know where all you'll see me. I'll be around.
All right. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming, everybody in the chat. Anybody that watches this on replay, thanks for watching. I'm Horizon Picks. It is Tuesday to, let's see, Thursday at 5 o'clock on this channel. I do my 5 o'clock auction with Melanie Lightbeam. Patrick has been sitting in as well with us. So we'll be going usually from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock Eastern. That's on Thursday's auction. And then actually this Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, I'm going to be doing an auction on this channel. Just myself, maybe some special guests. We'll see how that rolls. But hey, thanks for coming, everybody. Good to see you. Be excellent and have a good one. I'll be catching you. See ya.